Hey everyone, welcome to another Let's Do Brilliant Basics at Home video. The focus in this video is to look at the basic pommel horse circle, where we're going to break the circle down into physical preparation and shaping exercises. Make sure you follow the tips for a safe workout, please. Okay, just to start, we're going to do a couple of prehab exercises to help with the wrists, as this is important before we start any weight-bearing exercises. So our first exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to be on all fours. We're going to do our extension stretches. So our hands facing the front, on all fours, Kyle. And then we're just going to be rocking forwards and backwards. Just putting some weight through the wrists, getting them nice and warmed up. Amazing. And then if you turn your hands to face the back, with the back of your hands on the floor, we're going to do some flexion stretches. So just keep your arms nice and straight, rocking forwards and backwards. Try not to put too much weight through your wrists. Just enough to feel the stretch. Amazing. And rest. Well done. Okay, the next exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to look at strengthening our forearms and wrists. So we're going to isolate a single wrist. We're going to put our hand on the edge of a surface. We're going to have our palm facing down first, and can we just do 10 up and downs with your wrists only. That's it. On you go, guys. Just nice and slow and controlled. Making sure we're getting full movement from the top to the bottom. Really good. When you've done 10, just switch onto your other wrist. Brilliant. So this is our extension movement. Nice and controlled. Really good, guys. Brilliant. And then when you go back onto your first hand again, we're going to turn your palm to face up the way. So this is our flexion movement. So up and down, same exercise, but with our palm facing up the way. Okay. Another 10 if you can, guys. That's it. Really good. Really isolating the wrist. So your arm shouldn't be moving. It should just be your hand and wrist that are doing the movements. Really good. And switch onto your other hand when you're ready. Really good. Okay, rest there, guys. Well done. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some nice physical preparation exercises. So Cameron, gives a wave, is going to do the simpler exercise, and then Kyle, gives a wave, is going to do the slightly more difficult exercises. So the first exercise, what we're going to do is our front support pocket taps. So Cameron's going to do it with his feet on the floor, and Kyle is going to increase the height of his feet by just lifting them up onto his panel mat. Nice and simple, keeping your core nice and engaged. We're going to tap our pockets from side to side, moving those shoulders, but keeping that tension throughout our body. Really good. Eventually, if this is looking pretty easy, we can increase the difficulty again by creating arm circles, where our arms going right around our body and back. This is just to allow us to increase the difficulty. Really good. Nice and control that movement, guys. Keep the feet nice and glued together. This is just to understand weight transfer throughout the circle later on down the line. And rest. Well done, guys. Nice. So moving on, we're going to do this similar exercise, but now in back support. So Cam's got to do the same again with his feet on the floor, and Kyle's got to increase the height of his feet on his panel mat. So we're going to start off the same as what we've done the last time. Nice high hips, please, guys. Extension through the body. Nice gaps between the arms and the hips. And on you go into those pocket taps. From side to side. Key to this is not allowing your hips to drop at any moment at all. Really good. Good control as well. Core nice and tight. Because this is the front of our circle. Okay, boys, if you can you increase the difficulty by using your arms to circle right past? Really good, Cameron. Good. So this allows you to really think about pushing the hips up and transferring the weight in the back of the circle. And rest, gentlemen. Well done. Very nice. So the next physical prep exercise we're going to do is our front support drags. So we're going to go into our nice lovely front support position that we've just been working on. This again allows the body to understand weight transfer. Okay, so we're just going to do a few steps across your spaces, keeping your core nice and engaged, keeping nice and tight. On you go, guys. As you can see, there's no movement in the body. Cam's got a nice slider there. We can go forwards and we could also go backwards. On you go, guys. So just pushing, keeping tight, shoulders over hands at all times. Really good. And rest. Okay, guys, we're going to do one more set. So if you can get ready again. So this later in line on your pommel horse career, you'll end up doing some travels across your pommel horse. So this is a very good example of how we can travel across your area. So on you go, guys. Same again, keeping that core engaged. A few steps forwards. And then pushing on the way back as well. Making sure you don't let your hands go too far in front of the body. Brilliant. And rest there. Okay, so that moves really nicely onto our back support drags. So we're only going to go one direction for this one. So we're going to drag our feet so they're in front of us. Okay, or we're moving backwards with our feet in front. Okay, so if you guys can get into position. So same as what we did in our back support pocket attach, we're keeping that real extension in the body. And same idea, you can walk backwards in your spaces, keeping the hips nice and high. When you get to your maximum area, you can turn around and head back. Really good, guys. As you can see, there's barely any body movements. We should not look like a snake. Keeping body nice and extended. Excellent, guys. Give your arms a rest. And we'll do one more set. So if you can get yourselves into position. And on you go whenever you're ready, boys. Really good work. Nice and controlled, not taking it too fast. You get to your maximum area, spin around, head back the way you just came. Keep the knees nice and locked tight. And rest. Well done, guys. Really good. Excellent work. Our next physical preparation exercise is we're going to go into our front support again in our area, and we're going to create the idea of our shoulders circling in our circle. Okay, so we've got two variations. So Kyle's going to go on his feet, and Cam is going to go on his knees, just to make it a little bit easier. So if you guys can go into our front support position on our knees or on our feet. We're going to create circles with our shoulders, keeping a nice flat hip position throughout. We're going to go 3 circles one direction and 3 circles the other direction. So when you guys are ready, on you go. Keeping the core engaged throughout, creating big circles, getting these wrists moving, and also the understanding of our shoulders creating circles whilst doing our circle. Really good. When you've done 3 each way, you can have a little rest. Really good. Okay, that moves in really nicely to our back support circles. So Cameron, you again is going to go on your feet if you can, please, just to make it that a little bit more easier. And Kyle, if you can go on your feet. That's it, Cam. Yeah, so lift the hips if you can. And we're going to go again, 3 circles each direction. It's very easy to drop your hips in this exercise, guys. So really try hard to lift your hips right up. So we're creating big circles with the shoulders. Try and make a bit more of a circle if you can, Kyle. Yeah, it's quite hard with your feet up like that, but it's very good. Really good. And rest there. Nice. Well done. Okay, guys, really good work on that physical preparation work. We're going to move on nicely now into our basic circle shaping exercises. So our first exercise is on our hands. We're going to go walk around like you would do on pommel, but without swinging into the circle. So if you guys are ready to demonstrate, into front support. On you go. So we're going to pause in each support for at least 2 seconds, just to exaggerate every position that we do throughout our circle. So on you go, guys. Let's just do 2 circles, walking around, little steps, nice straight legs, making sure we're really opening the hips. We're leaning over our hands. This is just to get a solid understanding of each position that we circle. So as you can see, Kyle is very importantly turning his hips throughout his circle, just so he knows what part of his body leads the circle. Really good. Good cam, no rush, that's good. Nice, very good. Okay, to make that a little bit more difficult and a little bit more realistic to Pommel, we can pretend that we're doing our circle over a handle. So in this instance, if we've got a parallette or a roller, we can do the same exercise but over the parallette. So if you guys are ready to demonstrate that, that'll be fantastic. So let's do 2 more circles. So one hand each side of your parallette. So this is just to help exaggerate throughout the circle again. So if you can go again guys, 2 circles, walking round your parallette, really lifting the hips. That's it. Nice. So as you can see, Cameron's got a lovely straight position in the side support. That's it. Kyle's nice turned hips. He's ready to drive his heels into the second half of the circle. Really good. So as you can see, Kyle's dropped his hips a bit at the back, which is perfect. Exaggerate the position. Really good, guys. When you've done a couple, just rest there. Nice, Cam, keep going. That's it, really good. And back to front support. Brilliant work. Okay, so that's looking a bit more realistic to how we would circle over the handle on the pommel horse. So now we're going to see if we can extend it even more. So if you could, boys, if you could put your parallettes to the side, that would be great. Actually, Cal, can you bring your parallette back? You can try it over the parallette. What we're going to do now, Cam, if you can do it on the floor, that'd be fantastic. We're going to try and go on our elbows. This really makes this exercise super difficult. So if you can, guys, go again into the 2 circles, but on your elbows. Same idea, full extension in the body, turning the hips when possible. Nice. Really think about leaning over your elbow. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it, Kyle? Good lad. That's it. Really engage the glutes, squeeze your bum. Really good, guys. Just pause in each position. And rest there. Really good. Excellent, guys. So our last exercise we're going to do for our basic circle shaping is our bad shape and good shape exaggerated versions of the front and back of a circle. So we're going to first of all start off with our front support. So this would be our back of the circle as such. So we're going to go into an exaggerated bad shape, so really lifting the hips. This is not what we want to see in the back of our circle. And then we're going to turn our hips and drop our hips into the correct position that we circle in, okay? With our hips leading the circle. So bad shape and good shape. Bad shape, make sure the knees are nice and tight though, guys. And good shape. One more time, bad shape, really lift the hips. And good shape, exaggerate the hips. So this what would be leading the circle. Really good. And rest there. Okay. Now we're going to do the front of the circle. So our back support. So very common in a circle, we drop our hips at the front and therefore bend our legs into the last half of the circle. So this little exercise allows the gymnast to understand what way the hips should face and what extension should feel like in our circle. So guys, on you go. So real bad shape. So drop the hips right down and then really extend the correct shape whilst turning the hips to allow our heels to drive into the second half of the circle. Brilliant. Keep going, guys. This is excellent. Control the movement. So as you can see, the head doesn't move. It's just the hips that turn into the circle. Brilliant. One more each, guys. And rest there. Nice work. Well done, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you spend some time now just stretching off. See you next time for another Let's Do Brilliant Basics at Home video.